The two kids crouched as they watched the flames come closer. Holding Tom close to her, Maggie said, "If we hide here, we'll be safe for a little while, but we don't have much time. When the fire gets in here, it will eat through the hay like it's tissue paper, and we'll be goners. I hope the fire department will get back here soon." Tom exhaled deeply. "Hold me tight, Maggie," he said to his sister. "Tell me it's going to be okay." But it was not okay. In fact, things were about to get a lot worse. Beneath the sounds of the heat, smoke, and fire, the kids heard an even more frightening sound. It was low and menacing, like huge metal steam engines grinding their gears. "Tom, do you hear that?" Maggie whispered. "Yes," said Tom. "What is that?" They listened as the strange, menacing sound grew louder. Maggie grabbed Tom's arm. "Tom," she whispered, "we're not alone in here. Something terrible is in the stable with us. Something that shouldn't be here." Slowly, the children peeked from under the hay bales, and they saw something moving slowly in the other corner of the stable. It was orange and black, like the fire itself, and just as dangerous. They saw its brilliant black eyes, striped body, and long tail. "Maggie, something else is hiding in the stable. It's the tiger from the circus!" Froze in fear as they stared at the tiger. His brilliant black eyes stared at them with fierce intelligence. He was pacing slowly back and forth in front of them as if he were stalking prey in the jungle. "Maggie," said Tom, "why isn't he attacking us? He knows we're cornered. He can gobble us up whenever he wants." "I don't know," said Maggie. "Maybe he's scared. He came to the fire station to hide from the fire too, and now he's trapped just like us." "What are we going to do?" asked Tom. "We can't just stay here. He might change his mind and decide he wants a little snack." "You're right," said Maggie. "If only we could get over to the back wall of the stable and hide in the stall where the tiger was hiding, we could shut the gate and at least he couldn't get to us. But even if we could get past the tiger, there's too much smoke in here now. We'd choke before we got there." But then, as the kids watched, the tiger did something they did not expect. It crouched down and began to crawl on its belly, like a caterpillar inching on a leaf. "What an odd thing to do," Tom thought to himself. The tiger continued to crawl on his belly across the stable. Then he lifted his head and looked right at the kids. "It's almost like he's trying to tell us something," said Tom. "He knows we're stuck in here along with us. And his best chance to get out of here is if we help each other. I know it's crazy, but maybe he's trying to show us something that will help us." "That's it," Maggie cried suddenly. "If we crawl on the ground like he's doing, we'll avoid the swing. I think we'll be able to make it. Just keep low. If the tiger is really trying to help us, maybe he'll let us get by him. Let's go!" Maggie grabbed Tom's arm and they crouched down and ran as fast as they could to the other side of the stable. The tiger watched them as they ran by, but he didn't pounce. In a moment, they were safely hidden away in the stall on the other side of the stable. Tom pulled the gate shut behind them. "You were right, Maggie," said Tom. "He doesn't want to eat us after all." "Well, we're safe as long as he doesn't jump over the gate and into the stall with us," said Maggie. But we haven't got much more time left before the fire gets to us. But by now, the flames had entered the stable. The black smoke was getting thicker, and they knew that they only had a few more minutes of air. Now everyone, can you make the sounds of the heat, the smoke, and the flames? Yeah, excellent. Excellent, good, keep it going. Now the children felt the heat on their cheeks, and Maggie looked at her brother. Tom, I think we're in real trouble. We have nowhere to go. She reached out and grabbed his hand tightly. Things were looking bad for the two children. But then something happened that made it even worse. As Tom and Maggie watched through the slats of the gate, they saw the tiger, who had been watching them warily, suddenly turn around and face them head on. Keep it going, keep it going. Slowly, he raised himself out of the crouched position and began to move toward them, staring at Tom and Maggie with those brilliant eyes. Tom, said Maggie, he's stalking us. Now I know why he didn't pounce on us before. He was just playing with us, like the way a cat plays with a mouse before it eats it. The tiger was just waiting to get us cornered. Suddenly, the tiger reared up on its hind legs, and it was almost 8 feet tall. As it pawed at the air, it let out a terrible roar. The kids screamed and shut their eyes and waited for it all to be over. A moment passed, and Tom slowly opened his eyes. There the tiger stood, still standing on 2 legs and pawing at the air. Maggie, he didn't pounce on us. We're okay, he said. No, maybe he's trying to scare us. Maybe he's not trying to scare us, said Maggie. That must be just a trick he learned in the circus, but why is he doing it? He must be trying to tell us something else, said Tom. When he was crawling on the ground, he was telling us to do the same, and now he wants us to stand up tall and reach to the sky. How is that going to help us? Now Maggie looked around. I've got it, she cried suddenly. Look behind us. There on the wall behind them was the ladder that led up to the watchtower. That's it, Maggie said. He's telling us to climb the ladder. That's our way out, let's go. Now Maggie stepped on the bottom rung, reached up like the tiger had shown her, and grabbed the highest rung she could reach. Now, the ladder was old and rickety, but she knew that the firemen climbed it every day. So, she turned, took a deep breath, and began to climb. Come on, Tom, she yelled as they passed through the cloud of smoke. Don't look down, Maggie said. We're almost there. Watchtower. We're safe for now. From the fire for now, she said, but if the fireman doesn't get here soon, the whole building will go up in flames with us. I can see them down in the park way over there. If only there was some way we could tell them we're here. But there is, said Tom, the bell! He reached above his head and grabbed the thick rope hanging from the clapper, and he pulled it as hard as he could. The bell started to move slowly back and forth, and the harder he pulled it, until the bell finally started to ring. soon as Chief Munjoy heard the bell, he knew what had happened. Someone must be trapped at the fire station, he said. Lonnie, take a crew and head up there as fast as you can. From the watchtower, Maggie and Tom saw a fire wagon race up the hill towards them. They're coming, cried Maggie. Tom, we've done it. We're going to make it. We're saved.